Thank you for this opportunity that I get today. When I first heard about this, first let me say, my name is Alisi. I'm from Tonga, Nugu in Tonga, so my last name is Mapa. I came here to the United States in 69. I grew up as a Mormon, and when I turned 18, I was done. I left home. I thought I was grown.
Yeah.
I left home, lived by myself. I got a job, and met my husband. I was the first Tongan to marry a black man in East Palo Alto back in 1974. I was the first Tongan there, and I believe that's when the Tongans started moving into East Palo Alto. But I was, it was nice. Anyway, so on my own, by myself, I started drinking. My husband has bought me a home, but I let one of my cousins move in. She said she was married. She was young, and I said, okay. So she moved in supposedly with her husband and another lady. Then the next thing I know, there was another husband. They was young. I was young. I was 18 and with a home. And I didn't know. I grew up by myself. I never been around Tongan people. But when my cousin came, I was happy, and to see her. And then she said she was married, but they don't have a place to stay. So I let them in. This is when that was my mistake for letting them in, because I started drinking. Every weekend, it was more people coming in every weekend. And before I knew it, I left the stop sign. I'm drinking. I don't even care about the front door being open. Who's coming in, who's going out. And I didn't realize though that this makes me look bad, I started getting the reputation of the worst, And I'm talking this way mainly for the youngsters here, because they're growing up. You have to watch your friends, people you're around, because before you know it, you're done deal, done. And all the time I was drinking heavy. My husband had owned a liquor store and made it easier. But all the time I was drinking and doing drugs, I never got in trouble. I always managed to get away. So I got sober in 1985, I believe, when I hit a cop on the head in East Palo Alto. So I went to jail. That was my first strike. I went to jail then I did 1 year. Then they sent me to the rehab and did 18 months in a daytop, residential drug rehab. Okay, so I got clean and sober. Come out now, I think I'm clean and sober now. I can live right. What I do, I go back to the bar to show off my sobriety. Same friends that I allowed to move in the room in my house was there. Why did I do that? So I end up, the same friend that I was calling myself like helping, she turned around and turned everything on me and put me in prison. And I did 16 years because it was 2 strikes. I did 16 years in prison, and I just got out like 2.5 months ago. Wow. I was in trial too with them. All these people, they gave me the sentence, say I did it. But what I'm trying to say is that the people you hang with, when you get clean and sober, even though you're clean now, and don't hang around with people that use. Go to the bars. I seen you over there. They are not baby. I mean, just a baby, little baby. I have kids, 3 girls and 3 boys. And when I see this little girl come in, I said, hi. You know, we introduced each other, and I said, how much time you doing? She said, life. And I look at her little face, man, just a baby. I said, wow, you know. But the expression she gave me is too late, you know. It's too late. She can't get out. It's locked. She's going to be there for life. And right there, I said, when I get out, I'm going to go and try to help. If I could just save one life, you know, it was worth a lot to me. But when I heard the prison ministry, that prison ministry word, oh, it set a light up in me. And when I heard about that, I said, oh, I got to go. I got to go because I feel like I have a lot. My plan is to give back to the community. You know, I took a lot from them. I messed up a lot of people too with the stuff I used to do. But now I just want to be a grandmother. I want to give back to the community, and I want to, you know, living in prison, growing up in Tonga, to what I learned. One thing I never forgot was the Psalm 23, and I say that to myself the whole time I was there. And that's what gave me strength. You know, I can say it in Tongan now. Since I came here last time, I tried to practice it. So I'd like to say it in Tongan. Ko tau ia si hopa he kai te masipa. O kuni whara tawa toa i he ngahi ngau e kulau ma ui. O kuke wha mo ui o kulau ma i e ka ui ko hono hua wha. Ia neongo e ko ewa he tere a maru e mate kai te mara pa he. Ko kuke ia te au ko ho o ba ka o mo ho tawa toa kuna whaka whika ma i e ia. O kuke te teo ai kei nanga anga maa, i he ao ko ngā whiri. O kuke pani aki o urua lolo. O ko whanu maha mo hua e kui pū. Kada ku ngā maha patuia.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Ia ko mo oni e mui mui a te au ale lei moi alo wha I aho ko tō wheo e mo. But I want to give back to my community and help in every way I can. I've messed up a lot of lives, and I have messed up a lot of family because of my ways. They, you know, I never do what they thought I was doing. I was doing a whole different thing, but they was thinking another thing. And I just want to say to the young people, please be careful who you hang with, where you go. Alcohol is not good. I can tell you that right now. Alcohol, drugs, I've done it all. I've done it all, and when I was in prison, I kept saying to myself, I could have been dead right now. I could have been dead. But God spared my life. Amen. And the day I was released, the immigration picked me up. They took me to Yuba County. They said they were going to deport me. But yet I kept saying my Psalm 23. You know, that's the only thing that I could hold on to. I was there for 6 months. And everybody was shocked because I had 2 strikes, did 16 years, violent crime. I went to court and they let me go. You know, and I know it's only God. You know. I'm just here now. I got on Facebook and said, talked to one of my friends, say, hey, you know, I'm glad I just got out of prison and I'm happy to be home. I just did that like 1 o'clock 1:15, my phone rang. It was my brother from New Zealand. He said, hey, do you know everybody in the world is reading what you said? You know, I said, and what's wrong with it? You know, not knowing and not realizing the Tongan way, you know, I guess I shouldn't say that. She just, you know, but that's just me, you know. I just feel like this is life. I mean, you just say what you say, and I'm sorry, you know. But so I told him, I said, okay, well, I'll remove it, you know. He said, well, you could have said that you went to the university and now you graduated, you know. I said, okay, so I deleted, but I couldn't do it right away because I just got out and I didn't know how to use the phone, right? So I had to get my grandbaby over here, my two grandbabies. I told them, hey, listen, I want you to pull this out so we can correct it so my brother can be happy. So they helped me, and they was happy. I said, okay, I just came back, I graduated. And they was so happy then. So they get out there and say, hey sis, we love you, thank you for going to school. But what a life, you know. Anyway, so I'm sure if they know I'm up here talking about it right now, they'll probably just cut me off. But God got my back. I don't want to bore you with it tonight. Maybe I'll continue next time. I'm glad to be here, and I'm going to keep coming. Thank you, David and Nancy, for inviting me.